Be Sure to Cook. Today we're going to be doing meatball subs. We're going to do everything homemade. And I'm going to add a little Creole seasoning inside of there. It's going to give this a great stir. Look at that, guys. I am good to go. I hear you. Yes. Oh my God, that is wonderful. So, that was about 4 to 5. I'm back. Bye. Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today we're going to be making pork chops in a white wine sauce. So stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, we have some baby bella mushrooms that I've already rinsed and washed off. We're going to be cutting these. Okay, I'm just going to slice these in half. Okay, I didn't want to cut them too big and I don't want to cut them too small. These are going to shrink like crazy once I get those in there cooking. This reminds me of another time that I cooked mushrooms. It wasn't with baby bella or mushrooms. It was with bud mushrooms, and I made a seafood stuffed mushrooms. It had crab and cheese and all that good stuff in there. If you would like to take a look at that, just go to the bottom of the screen and click on it. Okay, garlic. We need garlic. I need garlic in my life every day. Garlic is good for you. I love garlic. If you don't like garlic, you can disregard the garlic altogether. Me, I am a garlic girl. I mean, if I was a vampire, I wouldn't be one very, very, very quickly. I would have never been a vampire. They would have never bit me because I would be smelling so much like garlic. I eat garlic every day. Actually, why? It's good for you. It's great for your heart. It's great for all the things. You'd be surprised what garlic can do. Look it up. See the great things that garlic can do, and then you'll love garlic too. Okay, I'm messing around with this garlic, and it's kind of sticky when you do it, so I had to wash up. So I'm going to cut really thin again. Guys, you don't have to watch me cut this, but I just want to show you how thin. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can just throw this stuff in a food processor and go on about your business. But me, I feel comfortable when I cut. Look at that. Look how thin. That's like a flake, because this is going to dissolve right into my food. Give it the taste. But guess what? You ain't got to see all this. I like seeing it sometimes, and sometimes I don't. But if I do, it makes me feel good. Okay, look at the big flakes of garlic. I'm just going to put in this little jar here, and well, this is a little bowl. I got to watch. I'm saying jar. It's not a jar. But down in the country, you can say stuff like that. We call it anything jars. If it's glass, we call it a jar. But it's a little glass dish. Okay, so I'm going to sit this to the side, and let's get those pork chops out. Okay, these are beautiful center cut pork chops, and there's no bone in them. They just the center cut. They're really thick and juicy, and we're going to go ahead and rinse these off, pat those dry. We're going to season these and get these in the skillet. Okay, nice and dry. Let's season and let's get rid of all this. Okay, I'm adding meat tenderizer, non-salted, on every one of these. Make sure you get the meat tenderizer on both sides, and make sure you sprinkle on both sides and stack them up. Okay, and make sure when you finish doing this, make sure when you finish, you know, you wash your hands. Make sure you always wash all the containers. You know, close them up. Take a nice hot soapy rag and wipe these down because these can contain a lot of bacteria if you don't clean those. A lot of people forget about those and forget about cleaning those. So now my next thing is, you know, my famous Mrs. Dash blend, actually. Famous Mrs. Dash blend. So I'm going to do a little bit on the side, on each side. Some of it's already touched the other side, but when I get through, that last one's going to just get mopped up with all the season that is on the plate here. You see that? This is what I mean by mop up. Why I put season on there, and you can just spread it on there and get it like this. You don't have to worry about it. There it is on both sides. Sweet tasting paprika, just a little bit, just a sprinkle. Okay, this is just a little thyme, just a little. Thyme can be strong, so just a tiny shake. I mean, I'm talking about tiny. It'll get on there. I got a little rosemary. Rosemary can be strong too, but I want it on the chops. And I'm putting just, these are like little sticks, kind of like, I mean, not sticks, you know, it's just not grounded up. But you're only going to get like one or two. I'm on there. I don't want it. You see how much I'm putting on. See? Not that much. Okay, now I'm just going to sprinkle a little salt. This is sea salt, so a little bit on both sides. Okay, olive oil. I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil in a hot pan. Get that. Start adding a little bit of that garlic in there. And I'm going to get that going. Start laying my pork chops in here with a little bit of that garlic. Okay, and I'm going to check these just like I like those. Nice, pretty color. I'm using a non-stick. With the non-stick, I accidentally took these and tried to use this with a less non-stick on my chops. And guess what? I started to get, you know, little scratches in there. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot. Because I got non-stick and I got regular too. Okay, a couple more minutes on this side. We're going to take them out. We're going to prepare the vegetables. Okay, I'm going to take about two tablespoons of breadcrumbs, plain breadcrumbs, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of Mrs. Dash blend. Ready? And then a pinch of rosemary again. Okay, and then I'm going to mix this up. Because I'm going to make a pinch of salt. I'm using sea salt. You can use any salt that's on your table or whatever you have in your home. Okay, so I haven't cooked this all the way. I just got a little brown on both sides. That's okay. I'm going to take these out. Okay, a little bit more of that garlic, and then those mushrooms go down. All right, mushrooms, the garlic's going in. Oh, it smells so good, guys. Then my next thing, I got a 1/2 teaspoon of parsley. You can do dry, you can do fresh. On hand, in my house, I have dry. I did have fresh, but I used it all. Okay, don't forget a little salt, just a tiny salt on the mushrooms because they don't come seasoned, and we're going to use some black pepper. Okay, cracked black pepper. Great. Okay, and you want that on a low and cook that. You don't want to burn your garlic. Okay, now cook them down a little bit, just enough to get those chops back in here, because guess what? Those chops has got to cook. Oh, that looks so delicious. So delicious, guys. And all that juice, oh, we're not going to waste that. And whatever's on here, all that garlic, it's going all back in here. Okay, any wine, any white wine that you like drinking, I'm going to use about a half cup of wine, white wine. I'm going to pour my white wine in here. Okay, and those wonderful breadcrumbs, I'm just going to dump in here and make a sauce as it cooks. Okay, I had to take my pork chops out, and I had to get a spatula because that was really thickening up. Now we're going to add 1/4 cup of chicken broth, unsalted. Okay, I'm going to bring this up to a simmer. Turn it down low, bring it up to a simmer, and let's cook that sauce. Okay, we reduced our sauce. Now we're going to add these chops right back in to our sauce. Okay, here we go. Pork chops and white wine sauce. Now let's plate this up. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to lay a ladle of sauce on there. Okay, and then we got our mushrooms going down, and our sauce going down. This sauce was very easy to make. You know, breadcrumbs really do to make a wonderful sauce, and just with a bunch of seasonings, and it's wonderful. Okay, then I add a bit of parsley going down. And here it is, my pork chops and white wine sauce with a little added vegetables. I hope you liked my show today, because guess what? You did this. You and me. We did this together. Pork chops and white wine sauce. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you come back so we can make great more dishes. Come back, see me soon. Bye.